Section 1, self-control, or check yourself before you wreck yourself. In a course about de-escalation and verbal commands, it's easy to focus on de-escalation and verbally commanding others. It's easy to see others out of control, but can you spot it yourself? Have you ever lost it with your spouse, partner, children, sibling, coworker, or customer? Look, in the right circumstances, we all have triggers that can set us off. According to the ancient Greeks, self-control is like comparing our mental state to a chariot being drawn by two horses. One horse is reason, and one horse is emotion, and each horse is trying to pull us off in an opposite direction. The main job in a crisis is to control both horses of reason and emotion instead of letting them control you. Have you ever said something truly ugly and nasty to someone you love in a verbal argument and later regretted it?
Look what you did, you little jerk!
That was the emotional horse pulling you out of balance. Have you ever driven in your car and running late and suddenly someone cuts you off or flips you off and you lose it, resulting in road rage? That's another example of an emotional horse pulling you out of balance. Have you ever been in a verbal argument, or maybe it's even a physical fight, and once someone separated you and the other combatant, both of you were so far off in emotion, nobody could either remember or even agree on the cause of the reason of the conflict. When the demands of the situation exceed our skill level to cope, we can be overcome by anxiety, and as the demands increase in intensity, we can lose it. We lose it when our response to a stressor is out of proportion with the stress itself. Being out of control and emotionally driven almost never results in the best outcome. Look, a conflict between any combination of humans on some level is by nature going to be chaotic, unpredictable, and have stress. Personal stress in a crisis is when you have to perform under pressure. But we feel pressure, we get squeezed. We're like a tube of toothpaste, and what's inside comes out for all to see. Someone, ideally that's you, must retain the ability to reason. Why? Because the person most in control is usually the winner in any situation. So in this first section, we'll go through the skills you need to have in place to be sure both the reason and emotion horses are in balance. So hopefully you are never that person that needs to be de-escalated. We'll need to cover identifying the first signs you are losing control, how to breathe in an intentional way to maintain emotional control, how to mentally frame a situation in an accurate way, and finally, how to increase your ability to operate inside chaos.